This episode is brought to you by Mother Nature.
Oh, it's been amazing to see how Mother Nature is taking care of herself. You know, she's telling us that we got to go, so we need to start taking care of her a little better.
Joining me is Katie Plohocky, a leader in community development, especially when it comes to food security, making sure everyone gets access to healthy food. Welcome, Katie.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Katie, for many Tulsans, going to the grocery store is a weekly privilege. For others, it's very challenging, and for some, it's nearly impossible. Break this down for me. What exactly are the barriers, and what is a food desert, and how many do we have in Tulsa?
We have about 83,000 people here in Tulsa that don't have access to food, meaning that they live in food deserts. The meaning in urban agriculture or in the urban environment is that they are more than a mile away from a grocery store. This doesn't seem like a long distance, but there's also about 17,000 households in these food deserts that also don't have access to a car. So they rely on neighbors or Ubers or public transportation to get to the store. This can be very difficult and expensive if you're hiring an Uber, or if you're taking public transportation. It's typically about a 4-hour round trip, and then you can only bring back what you can carry. It just makes it really difficult to get to the fresh food that is available in regular supermarkets. Many of these folks rely on convenience stores that are around the corner, which do not have any type of healthy food in them. And so that's where they're spending their food dollars.
And so this is where RNG Mobile Grocers come in. Tell me why you created it and the mission behind HCSI.
We've been running a mobile grocery store for 7 years. We have 17 different locations that we go to on a weekly schedule. We have a full array of fresh fruits and vegetables and offer a Double Up Food Bucks program. Anyone using their SNAP, we double the value up to $20 at every visit, dollar for dollar, that they spend. So we do serve a lot of seniors and disabled, so they also have access to fresh fruits and vegetables that they wouldn't otherwise get. Possibly, Meals on Wheels and the food bank offer some supplemental food for them, but typically that doesn't include fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yes, fresh fruits and vegetables are so important for our physical health, but also for our mental and emotional health as well. Now, I've been into one of the mobile grocers, and it's fascinating to see all the healthy options and the accessibility to people who really need it. Tell me, Katie, how has these mobile grocers been affected because of the COVID-19 shutdown?
Yes, we are a little, our routes have not stopped, they've altered with the COVID-19 that were in place. So we're still serving everybody, but our regular routes are every other week, but we're still serving all of the senior and disabled high rises every single week.
Well, it's so good to know that you're still getting people access to healthy food during these unprecedented times. Access is crucial, but the real solution lives in our farmers. Tell me why.
So having more local farmers growing our food right where we are, they have the ability to get that food quicker into our system. Of course, another barrier is having a distribution hub that allows them to bring their food to a hub, and then that hub can get that food out to all of the different folks that need it. Otherwise, the farmers are trying to deliver this food to many, many places, and they really need to be on the farm and not being that distributor. So that also causes a bottleneck from the farmers. The third problem is our farmers that we currently have are all, the average age is about 65 to 69 years old, and they're getting ready to retire. So we need to find young farmers in urban farming to be able to take their place and continue growing that food.
Recruiting the next generation of farmers. Well, that's where James Spicer comes in, who is someone you happen to be working closely with and who happens to be our next guest. Thank you, Katie, so much for joining us. Really appreciate all your hard work, and you're on a fantastic, meaningful mission. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Next, we'll be speaking with James Spicer, who is out there training the next generation of farmers with the Green Core Farm Incubator. Stay tuned.
Nature, it's all around us. My ex-grandfather used to work at a nature factory. He was part of an assembly line. He'd sit there and create the pine cones, shrubs, and even sequoias they'd use in the national parks. Some really famous trees, sequoias. Wow.